I don't totally think that that's true. I think that there are a lot of really good builders out there, but not all new construction is created equally. You do have people who are mass producing, cutting corners, and doing things quickly. And then you have people who are true craftsmen who elevate the building industry in just beautiful ways. And they're thoughtful and they do it the right way to make sure that the quality lasts. Dallas has significant builder population that is committed to doing things the right way. We have skilled craftsmen. We are on the forefront of new trends and new design. And I think that part of market education for buyers is just understanding how to tell the difference between the two. In terms of neighborhoods, I think it depends on whose opinion you're soliciting. Some people, I think that Dallas can be very provincial. If you live in the Park Cities, for example, you couldn't imagine living outside of the Park Cities. Same is true for Frisco or Southlake or Capel, Richardson. It just depends on where you're from. But the truth is that we have a lot of incredible options for people. The key is, what is your lifestyle? What's your commute? What's important to you? And then when you back in price point, just finding out what those best options are. I'm not necessarily one for the promise of up and coming neighborhoods. I've lived through a lot of different kinds of markets. So I will always favor for my clients established neighborhoods over the prospect of something that's up and coming, because if that doesn't materialize, then you are betting your client's money on a vision and not something that is established. I don't think that's true. I think that location absolutely matters. It's the number one thing. So with private school options, if that's the route you're going to go, a relatively quick commute is important to families, especially because as kids get older and your life is built around that private school, it's not about drop off in the morning and pick up in the afternoon. It could be multiple times a day that you're going back and forth to a school for sports activities or after school clubs and all of that. And so I think private school commutes matter, and being in the proximity to where your family is going to center their lives around is really important. I think that just depends on the buyer. I think that there are some stark moderns that are really works of art. They're sculptural, and they're beautiful. But I think that warmth is the key word going forward here. I think colder, sterile spaces with just that minimalist design of one sad couch in an oversized room has a much smaller buyer pool. So transitional is a safer bet.